Leading scorer from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Standing 7 feet 1, number 27, Rudy Gobert. Starting at shooting guard at 6'9", number 3, Jaden McDaniels. At the power forward position at 6'9", number 11, at the other forward position at 6'9", number 30, Julius Randle. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'4", number 5, Anthony Edwards.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. And a look at the stats for Julius Randle.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
Now let's check out the starters for the Detroit Pistons. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4, and it's Duren in at the 5. And for the Timberwolves, they've got Rudy Gobert. McDaniels out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Reed in at the power forward position. Well, we're coming right down to the last bit of the season, Grant. What's the messaging like from coaches right now?
Well, BA, for teams that are in the mix, coaches are asking you to keep doing what you've been doing. But a lot of that extra motivation comes from your teammates and in the locker room.
And Detroit has possession. Thompson passes to Cunningham. Over Edwards, and that one's good. Cunningham.
Not an easy shot at all. Cunningham seems to have it early on in his NBA career.
Now here's Edwards. Randle is screen on Cunningham. Pass to Gobert. 5 to shoot. McDaniels finds Edwards. No good on the triple. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Timberwolves head coach. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Okay, thank you, Allie. And Minnesota has possession, following the score by Detroit. Edwards against Harris. Pass to Cunningham. Harris against Edwards. Now Harris. Coming off a 12-point game. Ivy passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Duren, one of the league's most powerful players. He doesn't mess around close to the basket.
Now here's Reed. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Randle deciding where to go with it. Shoots over Thompson. They get it again. Gobert, that's good.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Edwards against Cunningham. And glass. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Duren. Outside for Randall. Jacks up at three. Buries it from three.
Randall's teammates loving seeing this. Shots like this are helping out this offense. He's taking the lead.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Conley's checked in. Just 5 games left on the year. Let's take a look at the current seedings in the West. Taking a look at Minnesota, they're hoping to make some moves from the number 5 spot before the start of the playoffs.
You know, for Minnesota, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Edwards against Ivy. Second shot opportunity, and there's the play by McDaniels inside.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Now here's Ivy. 17 points in his last outing. Harris passes to Cunningham. Puts it up from the high post. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good.
Some retro action from Cade Cunningham, the mid-range J.
Here's Edwards. Really played well against Phoenix in his last game. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Now here's Edwards. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him. Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. They trail by 1. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Edwards.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Left side, Conley. Here's the teardrop, and there's the rejection.
Great to now. Cunningham using every inch of that reach.
Ivy goes in. Duren, the pass to Cunningham. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Edwards, that's good.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Randall, he's checked in for Minnesota. Beasley's checked in for the Pistons. Ivy outside. Pass to Harris from behind the arc. He drops it from range.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now here's McDaniels. He also had a big impact in that win against the Suns. Randall, good.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
The Pistons trailing. Ivy outside. Cunningham outside. The three is up. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
They just couldn't get it done against this team last time. Their starters got into quick trouble because of some cheap fouls.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
Edwards against Ivy. Edwards, a pass to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. No good with the elbow jumper.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And that's what you get with Cunningham running the show.
Minnesota's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Reed, a screen on Beasley. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Conley looking for an opening. Outside Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. From the top of the key.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already. We're not even in the second half.
Now here's Harris. He's got 5. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Beasley, coming off a terrific game against Cleveland. Conley against Cunningham. On the money from 12 feet away. Cunningham's got 6 points.
A good eye from the mid-range. It's part of what makes Cunningham so dangerous.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard. Only 2 of 8 to start this game. We'll see if that bucket gets him going.
Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Beasley, pass to Cunningham. Now Ivy. Duren with a screen on Edwards. Ivy. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Pass to Harris. Duren, the screen. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Outside Conley. Duren against Reed. Here's McDaniels. Banked it in off the glass. McDaniels got his second bucket. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Ivy's shot is off. Minnesota in the lead. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes, and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. Here's Cunningham, following the score by Minnesota. Pass to Ivy. Now here's Beasley. He's guarded by Conley. Ivy, right side, beyond the arc. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Such a great offensive rebounder. It's so hard to keep Jalen Duren off the glass there.
And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Randall, a screen on Cunningham. For 3, Conley. They get it back. Reed passes to McDaniels. Tries again. The rebound by Beasley. And it's Detroit with the ball. They trail by 1. Pass to Ivy. And here's Cunningham. He's guarded by Conley. Beasley for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. And the Pistons lead by 2.
And he can be pretty consistent out there, so the defense is going to have to force Beasley off the line.
Edwards looking it over. Conley against Cunningham. To the paint. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
Pass to Harris. Cunningham with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. To the inside. Stolen by Reed. And they're on the break. McDaniels got room. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it. McDaniels got 8. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Harris outside. Ivy outside. And play stops. No whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
And in the last 2 possessions, they painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for Conley. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Thompson comes in for Harris. Hardaway's checked in for Ivy. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Cade Cunningham.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Hardaway with it. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. From downtown. Knocks it down from distance. And so it's Minnesota with it. 4-3. It's been all about Jaden McDaniels for Minnesota. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. Back after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Minnesota.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Tim Hardaway. Then it's Asar Thompson. And it's Stewart in at the center position. Outside, Alexander Walker. The drive by DiVincenzo.
No, sir. Stewart not letting that one go.
Up top, Schroeder, covered by Alexander Walker. Stewart, the pass to Hardaway. And here is Thompson. Back to Hardaway. Takes a 3. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves trail. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Outside, Alexander Walker. Hits the trifecta. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Schroeder passes to Stewart. Floats one. And Gobert with a block.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
Clark is checked in for Anthony Edwards. Beasley for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Well, the Timberwolves shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Out to DiVincenzo. Back to Clark. On the wing, Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. And it's off from three-point range.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Hardaway's shot is good.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Schroeder against DiVincenzo. Clark outside. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Alexander Walker. Shoots over Beasley. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Outside Hardaway. Let's go with a three. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. Now it's a 5-point Detroit lead.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Gobert with a screen on Schroeder. DiVincenzo against Schroeder. Pass to Alexander Walker. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Alexander Walker's got 6 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Connolly's checked in for Minnesota. With a brief pause, here are the most difficult teams to score against over the last 10 games. The fourth spot held by Detroit.
Over this last stretch, their defense has been airtight. The opponents have had a tough time executing at the offensive end.
Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Schroeder passes to Hardaway. Down low. Here's Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
And Stewart, even though he's built a little stocky, can get up off the deck, that time with a huge jam.
Beasley against DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Holland, he's checked in for Thompson. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, and have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Just 2 to shoot. Offensive rebound on the wing. Alexander Walker. Randall outside. Second chance effort. And he sinks the layup. Randall's got his third basket on the night right there.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Outside Hardaway. Launches a three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
And in that one, the bench came to play. Gave the team a bunch of points and energy to put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Here's Alexander Walker. Hardaway grabs the board. Detroit has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Asar Thompson.
And the defense he's played lately has really been tremendous. It's clear he's working his tail off on this end and collecting a number of steals as a result. You have to commend that type of effort.
Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Cunningham comes in for Schroeder.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Over Beasley. Here's Randall. No luck on that one. Good D by Harris. For Detroit, they've got 4 of their first 9 shots to go here in the second. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Harris. Cunningham's got 8.
Well, not known for his passing, but Harris is pretty prudent there with the ball. Not a lot of careless turnovers from him.
Conley against Cunningham. For three, DiVincenzo sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8 points now. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
Beasley finds Harris to the middle. Conley against Cunningham. Nice touch by Cunningham inside.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
And so Conley will bring it up for the T-Wolves. They trail by 1. And following this one, they'll take on the Nuggets in Denver. That kicks off a 5-game road trip for the club. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts and he has the skill.
Pass to Stewart. Now Cunningham. Drops in the layup for 2. Cunningham's got 6 in the quarter.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
The Timberwolves have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Now here's DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Floats one up. The Pistons clear it. Brent, almost your ideal shooting guard. Malik Beasley doesn't try to do too much.
The biggest thing, BA, is the turnover percentage that he's led the league in. Malik Beasley just simply doesn't give up the ball. He makes good, steady decisions, shoots the ball at a high clip. So that kind of reliability, that's what he's paid for.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Randall. And it's Anthony Edwards in for Mike Conley. Outside Reed. Outside Alexander Walker. The three-pointer off the mark.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
McDaniels passes to Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. McDaniels, a screen on Ivy. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense. And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Ivy against Edwards. He can't get it to go. Ivy with the defensive effort.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Cunningham finds Thompson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 4 assists now tonight.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
DiVincenzo against Cunningham. DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. Outside, Alexander Walker. 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run. And it's good on the layup. Alexander Walker's got 8 points in the quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Harris. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Edwards. Over Harris. Edwards with some muscle.
And just an agile move by Edwards inside, allowing him to beat the contact.
Pass to Cunningham. Duran with a screen on McDaniels. And here's Cunningham outside. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Timberwolves trail by 3. 1:49 9 left in the first half of this one. Edwards with it. Lets it go from deep. Detroit with a rebound. Duran's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Inside, Ivy. That shot is off. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Unloads from 13. Duran with a rebound. Duran's got rebound number 8 now. And he lobs it up to the rim. Edwards against Ivy. And here's Edwards. He's got 6. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Duran. Now Ivy. The 3 is up. He buries it from 3. Ivy's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Alexander Walker. A 14-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. The triple hits for Edwards.
Oh, there's another 3. Love seeing Edwards deliver the revenge triple.
Ivy outside. Pass to Duran. Harris on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Ivy against DiVincenzo. And here's Harris outside. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Here's Edwards. Drives to the hoop. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Tim Hardaway, he's been the guy making things happen for the Pistons. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game.
Their offense is flowing. Guys are getting into their spot. The ball is finding them. Great execution so far, guys.
I'd say our... All right, and now that we are in... And that is going to do...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Tim Hardaway really making a difference here.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Naz Reid, then there's Edwards, and it's Clark in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Pass to Cunningham. Over Clark. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Cunningham's got 14 points.
And Cade, well aware of the clock winding down, did not rush.
Cunningham against Edwards. Outside, Alexander Walker. Shot from the top of the key. The Pistons clear it. Thompson scanning the floor. Into the lane. Ivy's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 3. Oh, stolen by Harris. And he's going for the lob. Randle with a steal. Here's Reid. The shot's good. He's got 6.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Harris against Randle. clock at 6. Edwards against Cunningham. Oh, what a move by Cunningham inside.
And Cade Cunningham has it going. He's playing with tremendous confidence.
Edwards against Cunningham. Pass to Randall. It's deflected. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Ivy, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
Cunningham against Edwards. Alexander Walker, the pass to Randall. Oh, sweet move. The rebound by Detroit. Harris has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Drills it from deep. And it's an 8-point Detroit lead.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. To halt the run. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot. And will go to the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 1.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
Now here's Thompson, covered by Alexander Walker. Here's Cunningham. Oh, Cunningham rises up.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Reed, a screen on Cunningham. Kicks it out to Clark. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. And Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Randall. And Conley subbed in for Alexander Walker. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 3. McDaniels from long range.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And Brent, 2 of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Asar and Amen Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Asar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
Edwards a screen on Harris. McDaniels with it, and it's Ivy picking him up. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. It's going to be on Jaden Ivey.
First personal
And a
foul.
moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Pistons.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
No, and drink your man. Get a pretty t-shirt. Let's see it, man.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And these have been the league's best shooters since the All-Star break. Jalen Duren, number 1. And, of course, Julius Randle.
It's been a shooting clinic from these two ever since the break, making confident selections and just shooting the lights out.
Duren finds Thompson. Harris outside. Thompson outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the technical free throw is good.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots, Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
Duren, the pass to Ivy. Clock at 4. And here's Cunningham outside. Out to Harris. Harris on the wing. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
Tobias Harris getting a little bit creative, finding some room on the inside and keeping the defense guessing with that shot attempt.
Now here's Conley taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Plenty of daylight on that shot. McDaniels got 14 points for the game.
One of the league's better floor generals, really over the last decade. Conley plays with an old-school pass-first mindset.
Back to Cunningham. McDaniels with some nice D. Timberwolves trail by 4. Driving in, and he slams it in one-handed.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Pass to Cunningham. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. McDaniels got 6 rebounds in the game. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
For the tie. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. The lead is 2. And Ivy gets it to go on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 5th assist in this one. Now Conley. Outside McDaniels. And stolen by Cunningham. And now the Pistons in transition. All alone. Cunningham finishing the break.
And Kate Cunningham has his fingerprints all over sequences like that.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. For Minnesota, Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Julius Randle comes in for DiVincenzo. And it's Edwards in for Clark. Beasley's checked in for Detroit. Schroeder comes in for Kate Cunningham. Pass to Reed. Here's Conley. Over Beasley. The shot by Conley, no good. Beasley against Edwards. Outside Schroeder. Down low. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game. Hardaway's checked in for the Pistons.
Now into the lineup for the Pistons. Number 8, Tim Hardaway.
Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Lots of room. That falls. Nice setup by Harris. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Conley. Outside Reed. Fires the 3. On target from range. Reed's got 5 points in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Harris finds Schroeder. Launches it. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. They double him with Harris. Edwards for 3. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Beasley, pass to Schroeder. Hardaway from outside. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Edwards against Beasley. Reed a screen on Beasley. Edwards fires from way outside. Conley passes to Randall. Over Harris. Randall can't hit.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
They set the pick. Here's Schroeder. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now it's a 10-point Detroit lead.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Pass to Edwards. Lets the three fly. Hardaway grabs the board.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Schroeder with it. A dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Fires away from way outside. Minnesota with a rebound. Reed's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here's McDaniels. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. McDaniels got 10 points in just the second half. Detroit has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Beasley outside. Duran with a screen on Edwards. To the inside. Duran to the post. Reed defending. Hardaway from outside. There's the triple. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Looking to end this cold spell. It's good. Randall's got 10 points in the game.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half. Getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Outside Schroeder. Back to Harris. Hardaway on the wing. Duran with a screen on McDaniels. For 3, Hardaway. Another miss by Hardaway. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Edwards. Tries the spin move. Randall outside. McDaniels a screen. Randall, good. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, I have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Hardaway. He's got 18. Duran with a screen on McDaniels. 4-3. They get it back. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. He's been productive scoring the ball. He's got 20 points so far. We'll be back in a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. They've got Tim Hardaway. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Clinton in at the 4.
Randall sneaks up on you athletically with that frame. You could argue he's at his best when he's in attack mode.
Schroeder passes to Hardaway. Back to Schroeder. And he makes it on the layup. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Great move off the dribble from Schroeder there to lose the defense. DiVincenzo against Schroeder.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. Sinks the tray.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Schroeder against DiVincenzo. Stewart, the pass to Beasley. On the money from 12 feet away.
I got a feeling that Beasley's role out there is to score. He did it that time.
Randall outside. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Counted. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Schroeder passes to Beasley. From downtown, that's good from Schroeder on the assist by Beasley.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first, now establishing the shoot first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
Pass to Edwards. From behind the arc. And another three from Minnesota.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first three of this half.
Here's Klinman, checked by Randall. From the arc. And Detroit another three.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Lets it go from deep. The Pistons clear it. They've led by as much as 10.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Hardaway with a screen on Edwards. Schroeder passes to Hardaway. No good on the three.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Edwards has got 5 points in the quarter.
And just working his way inside, keeping Edwards out of the paint is not an easy task.
Schroeder passes to Beasley. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Stolen by Schroeder. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, the find from the off-guard Beasley there would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
To the paint. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Mike Conley's checked in for DiVincenzo. Fontecchio's checked in for the Pistons. Cade Cunningham comes in for Schroeder. The free throw drops for Randall. It's hard to believe now, but Julius Randall has been in the league over a decade now, Brent.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride for Julius Randall. A lot of different roles, but he's evolved his game quite a bit. Some he's done himself, and then guys have adjusted around the way that he has been a leader, a scorer, a rebounder, a presence. Julius Randall continues to impress and make strides.
Pass to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Let's go with a three. They get the rebound to the left wing. To the middle. Here's Alexander Walker. Good D by Hardaway.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Beasley for three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Edwards against Beasley. Pass to Gobert. Alexander Walker with it. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Detroit leading by 4. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Back to Cunningham. Here's the 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Detroit has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th. Cunningham. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
The Pistons have gone 7 for 11 so far in the 4th. Cunningham on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. And again, no good by Detroit. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves to take the lead. And he banks in the layup. Edwards has got 11 here in the quarter alone.
They're really working the paint now.
The Pistons trailing. Now here's Cunningham. Pass to Hardaway. Picked by Stewart. Right side Hardaway. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And a look now at Minnesota's upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Thursday, they're off to Brooklyn to face off with the Nets.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Reed's checked in for Julius Randle. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Fontecchio. Thompson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Jaden Ivey subbed in for Beasley. McDaniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He pleaded with his guys to keep their emotions in check, saying, "You're battling right now. Continue to play smart. Don't try to be a hero out there. Play for one another." Guys, let's see what happens.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Edwards. Edwards finishes strong against the D.
He's a new man this half, playing with much better intensity and getting results.
Edwards against Cunningham. To snap the cold streak. Here's Duren. And he drops it in from the low post.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Conley against Cunningham. Pass to McDaniels. Conley, a screen on Harris. McDaniels passes to Conley. Here's Alexander Walker. Offline with a 3.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Edwards against Harris. Here's Cunningham. And Gobert with a block. Edwards for 3. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got 7 assists in the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Minnesota leading by 3. Now Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. Lets it go from 14. A rebound by Detroit. Duren's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Harris down low. Working on McDaniels. Cunningham outside. Good with time running down on the shot clock. And it's now just a 1-point Minnesota lead. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the 4th. Here's Edwards. Rebound Detroit. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Cunningham. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Randall in for McDaniels. Cunningham against Edwards. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Just horrible timing for this team. That mistake could spell disaster.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. Conley against Cunningham. Pass to Edwards.
Getting out! Wow! What a play! Wow! Edwards almost makes it look effortless. Like the whole team wasn't holding their breath right there.
Pistons trail by 3. Here's Cunningham. Over Edwards. And it's Cunningham missing. 1:25 left in the 4th. Harris against Conley. Right side Reed. This one for 3. And Cunningham pulls it down.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Harris outside. Can't sink it. 4th miss out of 9 attempts. The Timberwolves shooting it well. Almost 50% from the floor. Duren against Reed. Handle a screen on Duren. It's Reed with a drive. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Showing great confidence from the line. That makes this a 2-possession game.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Cunningham looking it over. Harris outside. Pass to Ivy. Duren with a screen on Conley. And here's Ivy from the arc. And he buries it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
Handle the screen on Ivy. Here's Edwards on the take. Money.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And the Pistons call time here. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Harris finds Duran, and the foul on Jaden Ivey. That'll be a second foul of the game.
The over and back call, always avoidable.
So you want to get your coach fired up? Do something like that right there. That kind of loss of concentration will drive your coach crazy.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And now we've got an intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Man, you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he drops them both, and it's a 9-point game here.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
And so it's Minnesota with the W. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't.